the boxing, like, when you make everybody happy, the parents contact this friend that they know a promoter, that know a boxing manager, that's connected to the boxing. Like, that's how it works. Everybody's 1 degree of separation from the people you've been looking for your whole life. That story that I just told you was a real story about the guy who wanted me to train his son. And then the next thing you know, as a matter of fact, his wife brought the child in, and his dad came the next day and was like, hey, I saw you training. Would you mind training me? Just so happened to own the company Caterpillar, which is the biggest machine company in this country, really the world. Who knew? But when you're good at what you do, laws of attraction will pay you forward. That's why I told you, if you stick to boxing, boxing will pay you. Next thing you know, I'm working with the director of player personnel, the vice president currently now of the Arizona Cardinals, formerly of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm on a jet, private, getting in limos, being flown around and driven around by kings. That's what my story is. And the doors just open up when you do the right thing. Stop doing what you want to do as a hobby and start doing what's going to make you a king. And so get me those pictures. You have no further work to do but to get me 10 of the best pictures that you can find that have to do with exercise. I want one of calisthenics, one of food, one of you doing some exercises or someone else doing exercises, not you, and then you sitting at a desk. So you take those pictures, all right, and maybe with yourself standing there with a clipboard. And
first set pictures, me training someone, do my thing with them.
Yeah, boy, because we got to get you filled up. It took me 3 days to fill my calendar. I say 4 because I did have to go in there and tell them that I'm going to fill my calendar. And they were like, nobody does that. And I'm like, you don't know me. And I'm a different animal. There's a reason why people want to learn how to get people in front of them and from me, because I serve people. You got to stop serving your dreams, because the first thing you have to do to get to your dreams is start serving the cause and the purpose. And your purpose is to serve people and stop discriminating against the people that are trying to pay you money for you to help them. They don't have coaches that want to work with them because they're overweight, because they don't look the same as all of these hot bikini bodies. They are left out. So it's up to you to go and get them and save them. And all of the other stuff is going to just come. But stop, trainers, please stop putting training fighters first, because now you're not going to make any money. Training fighters is a hobby. It's a charity at the amateur level. What 15-year-old is going to pay you $200 a month? You know what I'm saying? And you need to train his mom, then she'll pay you, and his dad will pay you, and then they'll bring in the people that actually run and own their company and his partners, and then they'll come in and they'll get behind you and fund your company. They'll sponsor your program. They'll endorse what you're doing. You're putting the cart before the horse. All of you are. That's why all of these guys are having so much trouble trying to train. I train more people and I don't even go to a gym. Well, how is that? So let's take it one step at a time. One step at a time. Get the damn pictures and stop playing games. And take my advice, because I'm giving it to you now. And I want this thing to be running before the beginning of next week, this ad. And you're going to start making sure that you're available. I'm going to go look at your page and I'm going to audit the hell out of that thing. Because when you come to me, you better believe I'm not playing. When I say have your stuff together or pay to get it done, don't play. Because while you're sitting here playing hobbies, people are out there needing your help. And you are a boxing trainer. A boxing trainer is so the doctor, because you deal with another level of mechanics. You offer posit science, which is from the neck up as well. Who does that? No, nobody. You have to be training in mixed martial arts and striking and things to learn to know how to work with a person's motor skill. People are going to come to you for cross training. Athletes are going to be coming. Football players, football and soccer are the same here, but you know what I'm saying. Football players, people who play different sports, they're going to want to cross train with you. So what I'm doing is grooming the next generation of trainers. I've been out of the game for a second generation that will be able to take the people that I would have been training. I want you to have all the knowledge so you can work with anybody. Didn't want you to take part in this program just because I want you to train good. I want you to be fully equipped, that professional teams are reaching out to you because they will. Because that's what I do. I learned how that all looks. I lived it. It's in all of my books. 29 written because I knew that there are people out there that will like me. And I know how hard it is to do this thing if you don't have help and if you're figuring it all out on the job. So I just wrote your ad. Someone would have charged you $3,500 to do that kind of work and say, all right, blah, 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 blah. So this is what? Free game. We got this. Now let's do this and let's build up that client base. I want to check in weekly. Okay. Until you say, Coach, my books are filled. What do I do when people are trying to get on my books and I can't take them? That's what I want to hear you say. I want to hear you say that before the spring. That's 6 weeks from now. But I want you to, I know if you do what I say, because see that what I wrote, that thing, that speaks exactly to what the person wants to hear. And it's not salesy. Hey, come over here. I'll drop you 90 pounds in 2 hours. Like, it's not salesy. It's just straight. Perfect tone. And it sounds like from a professional company. So let's do this. Let's get this thing. Let's go. Don't play. Because I play at the highest level of sport. And when it comes down to business, I don't play around. I'll scratch your knees trying to keep up with me, and I'm gonna make sure that you got the right stuff. But all you got to do is get me those pictures, make sure they're clear, turn the camera on, so you got the blurred background, make it look good. I hope you got a decent phone. Make sure that you understand that there is another level to what you're doing. Training is great, but now you're a company. Let's take it to that next level. If you want to get full access to something like this, the business operations, something that will take your business and create a proof of concept, then make sure you take the time and follow for more. But if you need access now because that's the level you're on, which means systems, processes, acquisitions, and revenue, because one day you'll also get a nod from one of the business gods. There's a link that's in our description that you can follow, and it'll take you directly to the register page. Follow that link and elevate your career and take your hustle and turn it into a company so you can shine brighter than the brightest lights and you can reach the highest level in the business of boxing. So long. Follow the link now and schedule a call, and let's see what you're working with. Peace.